show you what I learned while you were sleeping.
I promised Alexis that I would never leave her. I am not going to desert my sister.
You and Alexis are sisters?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I said, but it's not what I meant.
Really? How many meanings does the word sister have? A yes or no, Jax? Are Christina and Alexis sisters?
Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, I called her women, you know, as a gender. She's my sister, generally. You know, you totally took it out of context. It was completely innocent.
I'm not a fool. Now just tell me the truth. Why is it such a big deal anyway? I mean, why can't I know?
Know what?
Christina is your sister.
You told him?
No, but you just did.
That's great, Jax. Thank you. What is that, payback?
Look, Jax didn't tell Ned. I did.
Good Lord, Stavros, what happened?
Mother, stay back.
Listen to him. Another step and you will lose your precious firstborn. A second time.
Hey, everything okay? You appear to be a little frazzled.
No, I'm okay. Have you seen Luke or Laura?
Well, they were here a little while ago, but they left. Together.
Did they say anything?
No, they just dashed past me in ER. It was kind of like a blast from the past. Hey, Scotty.
Hey, Amy, Bobby. Either one of you seen Laura?
Yeah, but it didn't count.
Actually, she was here, but she's gone.
Damn it. You know, she's been visiting Stefan in jail. Now he's escaped. It's all over the news. I don't want her pulled into this.
Well, Scott, just leave it alone.
Well, it's kind of hard to do that, Bobby, because who knows what? The Castans could come knocking on her door looking for help. The cops might think that she was mixed up in this.
Yeah, well, don't go borrowing trouble.
What do you know that you're not telling me now? Come on.
Laura is nowhere near Stefan. She's off somewhere right now, trying to hide Luke.
What is she out of her mind completely? I mean, Stefan is a convicted felon here. Luke is completely lost his mind, Bobby.
Hey, wait a minute. That's my brother you're talking about, who happens to be ill at the moment. And Laura happens to be out fighting for his life.
Watch out. You okay?
Yeah, the room stopped spinning. I'm okay now.
Luke. I love you. You know that won't change, even though we're not together anymore.
That isn't the kind of love I'm talking about, Laura. That's something else. That's the kind of love you have for a friend. I mean, love, the deep connection that you and I have that very, very few people ever know. The love that tangles us up in each other's arms at night. It won't let us go until morning, and then it just wants to start all over again. That's the kind of love I'm talking about. Please tell me you remember that love.
Of course I remember.
I remember making love love and holding you in my arms and the smell of you and your hair against my chest and the look in your eyes. That's what I miss. That's what I don't have in my life. That's what I need. I want to go back. Can't we go back, Laura?
General Hospital on ABC, brought to you by IMES. Good for today, good for tomorrow, good for life.
What if you could return your dog back to a healthy weight? Peter Imes weight control formula in the blue bag. It allows her to gradually reduce weight by helping turn fat into energy, which could add years of splendid health to her life. Imes, good for today, good for tomorrow, good for life.
When we play a game together, I probably won't say, "Thank you for empowering me." Empowering? I'll slap that loud when you land on boardwalk. I might not say, "Thanks for believing in my limitless potential." I'll just smile at you as I become a doctor, a teacher, or a policeman. I may not come right out and say it, but you'll know.
Parker Brothers and Milton Bradley invite you to make family game night a family tradition. Everybody who plays wins.
Mom, Dad, thanks for playing.
It's time for the JCPenney shopping spree with 25% off great merchandise throughout the entire store. Everybody ready? Better make room. It's all inside and it's on sale. Hurry into the shopping spree at JCPenney.
Just because you're strong doesn't mean you can't be gentle. That's also true of Imodium AD. Gentler than you thought, effective as you think.
Maybe you should give me your phone number. This weekend, across America. I gotta find this girl. It's messing with my head. One movie will make you believe in the miracle of love.
You just have to have faith.
Serendipity. Rated PG-13. Now in theaters everywhere.
And you thought all we put in there was titanium. Energizer E² with titanium technology. Do you have the bunny inside?
Wouldn't it be perfect if clothes would fold themselves? Getting the kids ready for school would never be a problem. And you could cook sausage in under a minute that would taste like fresh cooked. Well, now you can.
New Jimmy Dean Fresh Taste Fast Sausage. The only pre-cooked sausage with the great taste and quality ingredients of Jimmy Dean. So you can serve a delicious breakfast in less than a minute. Jimmy Dean Fresh Taste Fast Sausage. Fresh taste, fast. Guaranteed. That's the Jimmy Dean way.
Tonight, after 2 weeks of trying to uncover the mole, 12 players take a much-needed break.
Hello, game. Why are you not enjoying yourself?
And they prove no one is safe from the mole, not even the host. All new Mole 2, tonight 8/7 Central on ABC.
Luke, please. This isn't what we should be doing right now.
Angel, this has always been right.
No, Luke. You're only feeling this way because of what Helena has done to you. She's given you something that's got you going in and out of time.
Well, I don't care where I am. I like it. I like it.
You're in the past. And I'm in the present.
I think I hurt you. I think I hurt you badly. And I haven't been able to live with it.
We hurt each other. We shared everything else. Why not that too?
Then who are we?
I don't know.
People heal. They get over it. If you have a love that's strong, then you don't walk away from that love. You have to hang on to that love. Who are we now, anyway?
I don't know, Luke.
Can't we reinvent ourselves? We've done it before. You know, just take our love and move forward without all the years of pain and regret and the excess baggage. Can't we do that? Can't we start over, Laura?
You know, Scott, whatever Laura's excluded you from, she probably has a very good reason. I mean, after all, you have been known to lose your temper when Luke is involved.
Well, I tend to lose my temper when someone runs off with my wife.
Yeah, well, you know what? Luke is my brother, and Laura's out there fighting for his life, and I hope to God she knows what she's doing, because right now I happen to be scared for all of us.
As well you should be.
Well, so should you. So if you want to hold on to this old feud with Luke and you want to sabotage what Laura's doing and risk my brother's life, well, that's your choice.
I'm sorry, Alexis, but Jax and I were just arguing and it just kind of came out.
And I overheard her.
You know, all she did was tell the truth. And there's a time you'd applaud people for that.
I normally do applaud people for honesty.
Unless I'm the one who's asking it of you.
Don't gang up on her, okay? This was my fault.
No, it was not your fault, Christina. All you wanted to do was find your family, and now you're in the middle of a nightmare.
That's why I think this is a good time for me to take Christina away.
No, I told him that I am not gonna go anywhere.
Maybe you should.
It's too dangerous, especially with Stefan on the loose.
While we're debating over who gets to stay and who gets to run and hide, I think that maybe you should keep in mind that Stefan is out there all by himself, trying to figure this out, not just for himself, but for everybody else. And if he doesn't succeed, I don't think any of this will really matter at all.
Oh, how strange. To see the two of you at a loss for words. Well, where's the disdain? The insults? It's only me, remember? The worthless accident you were loath to call son, and you couldn't wait to bully and humiliate.
Stefan, now put that silly weapon away before you hurt yourself.
Oh, there's that tone again. The same tone you used when we were children. Used to send Alexis running in fear and left me wondering what I had done. Usually nothing.
Yeah, well, nothing is what you were good at, Stefan. I used to goad you just to see if you'd grow a backbone, or at least be mistaken for someone who was breathing.
Any accusation from him, you took as gospel. He was judge and jury, you were executioner. Well, look at your baby now.
He always does this when he thinks he's going to win. It's one of the reasons why my victories are so sweet.
Your victories? Well, I see 20 years in a freezer hasn't made you any less arrogant. But in your haze of self-deception, you missed something. I'm smarter than you. Yeah, you had the power and the support because they were handed to you. You did nothing to earn them. You never had to work for anything in your life. But I did, which is why I am now in control. And you are shackled to a chair.
Who else knows?
No one yet.
Well, that means there's still time to settle this. Like a family.
Pledge, grab it, wet floor wipes.
It's very, very moist, very wet.
So this has the cleanser and everything on it.
And you can see where it's cleaning.
Actually, there's just juice right here. That's what I got out.
Look at that. I'm impressed.
Here's his foot mark right here. Do you see it? Gone.
Grab it.
The Pledge Grab It wet floor wipes.
My house is going to be so clean. That's a lot of dirt.
It works. No mop to rinse.
I love these wet cloths.
Pledge, grab it, wet floor wipes.
S.C. Johnson, a family company.
No more buckets.
It's Bob the Builder.
We've got a busy day ahead of us.
There's lots to keep your little guy busy in Bob's building yard.
Bob the Builder.
Can we fix this?
Bob the Builder.
Yes, we can!
Let's go, team.
Playskool built lots of adventures into Bob's electronic building yard, and busy days don't end there. For the really big jobs, there's Electronic Talking Scoop.
Can we fix it? Yes, we can!
Bob the Builder from Playskool. I wish I could get as much done as he does.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Did you know that the powerful heating medicine in Bengay increases blood flow at the site of application to help ease your aches and pains? Did you also know that Bengay's been scientifically proven to increase range of motion, decrease muscle and arthritis pain, and improve flexibility? And Ultra Strength Bengay has 3 powerful pain-relieving medicines, more than any other leading brand, and that adds up to fast, powerful pain relief. Ultra Strength Bengay, the power you want, the relief you need.
If you're going to rely on strength, rely on the strongest, like the strength of Secret Platinum Protection. It's strong enough for a man, but it's made for a woman to be the strongest form of antiperspirant you can get without a prescription. Nothing is stronger. Man has always used strength to his greatest advantage, but then again, so is woman. Secret Platinum Protection, strong enough for a man, but made for a woman. Now available in 3 new scents.
Chopper my talking truck bots, tough as nails.
I'm hungry.
We got work to
Put
do.
my arms down.
You know what I'm doing.
Nothing's better than a rock.
Chopper my talking truck bot.
That's tough.
That's Tonka.
Haven't seen you all day. Just wanna say how I missed you in my own way. So I'm baking big old biscuits. They're the heart of the meal. My heart to yours. Pillsbury. Sure, you can have one more. Honey, that's what they're there for. My heart to yours.
It may take 2 to tango,
I'm not in love with you, Johnny.
I'm not in love with you either.
but it takes these 2 thieves
Scoot over. I'm driving.
to lie, cheat, steal, and flirt.
I'm falling for you.
That would be very bad for your health.
It's Perfect Friday Night Fare and All New Thieves tonight, 9/8 Central on ABC.
Nothing else will matter? What's that supposed to mean?
All I can tell you is that Stefan has very good reasons for what he's done.
What Stefan's done is a rather long and ugly list.
You make it sound like you knew that Stefan was going to escape.
In spite of everything that's going on right now, I want you to know that you can trust me.
Yet, you don't seem to be able to trust us. Why is that?
Because Stefan is a client of mine, and I can't reveal what he said to me in confidence.
Oh, yes, that's right. Attorney-client privilege.
I can tell you that he isn't running away, that he is trying to find evidence to prove that he's innocent.
So then, Stefan must think that he knows who actually did it.
I've already said too much.
Mm-hmm. Once the conversation actually starts to be about something, you lose your nerve. Or your trust. But I guess we've already covered that, haven't we?
Let's go outside for a second.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
No, we're just going to be outside. We're not going to go anywhere. Talk to him.
Do we really have to do this?
I'm not sure what we're supposed to do. Maybe we should just start by telling the truth.
What are you suggesting, Mother? That we all sit down and discuss our problems over a typical Cassadine family dinner? Forks on the left, knives in the back.
Oh, Stefan, perhaps I've misjudged you.
No, you have if you think I believe you're sincere.
Oh, but I am. Oh, it's possible I've been mistaken about both of you. Stavros has never fully recovered, and he's lost his edge. While matching wits with me has only sharpened yours.
Oh, don't flatter yourself, Mother. Your input, whenever you deigned to bestow it, was negligible and unwelcome.
Nevertheless, you are a Cassadine, Stefan. And you know how I feel about this family. I don't see an alternative but to negotiate a compromise. Positions of power equally shared.
Well, I'm still a fugitive. Have you forgotten? You're the reason.
That's easily fixed.
I agree. By turning Stavros, over to the police. Oh, what satisfaction I will get to see him revealed for what he is. The frozen freak risen from the dead.
All right, Stefan. Exactly. What do you want?
I thought you'd never ask.
I'm not so sure we should be talking about all of this right now.
Oh. Yeah. Well, you're right. This is calling up too many bad memories. I think we should just change the tune, Mr. DJ. Enough singing the blues. I think we should go out.
Out? What do you mean? Like a date or something?
No, not like a date or something. The real thing. A date. Two people who know each other, like each other, and just want to go have a good time together.
We have to stay hidden right now, Luke. We have to try to find Helena's lab. We have to try to get you some help.
Picture this. Picture this. Yeah, the drive-in. The 9W drive-in. And you and me in the old pink Cadillac. Come on. You all remember the old pink Cadillac and all those drive-in movies? Come on.
Yeah, I remember.
Up in Canada, we loved that. Yeah, the 9W drive-in. And we can eat greasy popcorn and pizza and drink all the grape soda we can stand.
Your taste in food was just as bad as your taste in film.
I think those movies are classics.
A Maniac in Mood Lake? I don't think so.
The Lab of Dr. Lau. Don't look in the freezer.
I don't remember that. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't remember it either.
Try to remember.
I do remember something, though. I do. I think it's another movie, though. Maybe. It's...
What is it?
Well, it's a horror movie. And it all takes place in a modern laboratory, very much like the one that Dr. Frankenstein brought the monster to life in. You know
That's it. That's it. That's Helena's lab. Do you remember how you got there?
Yes. Yes.
Nothing shines more precious than a pearl. Electrosol 2-in-1 tabs with jet dry rinsing action, condensed into a power ball. Electrosol cleans, jet dry shines. Electrosol 2-in-1 tabs with jet dry power ball for a pearl-like shine.
It's time for the JCPenney shopping spree with 25% off great merchandise throughout the entire store. Everybody ready? Better make room. It's all inside and it's on sale. Hurry into the shopping spree at JCPenney.
If you are one of the millions of Americans who want to get back into the rhythm of life, ask your doctor about Ambien or call toll-free 1-877-9-AMBIEN.
That's going to cost him.
Walt Disney has given us the most beloved movies of all time. Now his very first masterpiece is one of the best DVDs ever. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, now available on Disney DVD for a limited time.
My family's so bored with burgers for dinner.
Old El Paso brand tacos are fast and they're fun.
Boredom is banished with the bright yellow box.
For dinner time fun, Old El Paso's the one.
Hello! Let's play.
The new Play School Magic Screen Learning Desk has everything a preschooler needs to discover letters, shapes, numbers, music, animals, and more. Play School. Here I come, world.
General Hospital will continue in a moment here on ABC.
Anthrax in New York.
Today at 5 on ABC7 Eyewitness News. The investigation, how it happened, and what you need to know. Plus, terrorism threats, where you can go to separate facts from fiction. Also at 5, 7's On Call, a new way to fight vision loss. Today at 5 on Eyewitness News, right here on ABC7.
Is it safe to fly? We're told to get back to normal, but we also hear warnings. When will you fly again? Next Oprah. Today at 4, right here on ABC7.
Unfortunately, I have seen some economic slowdowns.
We have seen a downturn.
We've let staff go. We don't have too many customers in the afternoon. It's a little off. It's a little off.
We are considering it an economic crisis.
Bloomberg created like 8 or 10,000 jobs to begin with in his own company. I feel safe with a man that knows how to run a business, manage money, talk to people. I feel a lot safer with a businessman running than a politician.
Michael Bloomberg knows how to make money for the city. Plain and simple.
2 weeks into the project and he looks good. Fresh turkey good.
Good coloring.
Backside looks supple.
Let's get this one back home.
Well, that's not what your principal said.
What's for dinner?
Oh, looks like fresh turkey cutlets.
All right. We're doing good work here.
And Cheetah Farms, our mission is fresh turkey!
Anthrax in New York. The investigation at 5 on Eyewitness News.
Okay, Bobby, I get it. You know, I'm a fool. I'm an idiot here. I'm a big mouth. You know, a hothead, a windbag. Just stop me anytime you'd like. Okay.
It's just Luke is a very sensitive subject right now.
Listen to me, okay? Nothing's gonna happen to Luke, because we both know he seems to be indestructible.
Daddy reports Dr. Cochran. Daddy reports Dr. Cochran University.
I don't know. I think about you and Laura and Luke and me and all that old history, and just feels like the biggest problem we had in those days was Laura being sent to reform school and me trying to get you into bed. So, I don't know if Laura belongs with you or with Luke. All I know is she's doing what she has to do right now, and that's be with him.
1 minute I believe that. Next minute I think that I'm losing Laura all over again, you know, and I've lost a lot of people I love. And it's, I don't have to tell you, you know, it's the worst.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. Luke and Laura did have that 1 in a million something. Nobody's ever going to duplicate that. But I'm here to tell you, Scott, if you're going to try, you're going to fail.
You have no idea how beautiful you are at this moment.
Luke, please try to concentrate.
I am. Can we go to a real movie now?
I will go wherever you want to go if you can just do this one thing for me.
Cross your heart.
Cross my heart.
I'm sorry.
For what?
For everything. For making a mess of our lives. For walking out on you. I hate apologizing. But I am sorry.
It's okay. Luke, we're going to get through this. I promise. I have faith in you. Now, please, just tell me, where is the lab?
I don't want you going there. It's too dangerous.
I'll be very careful, I promise. Just tell me where it is.
Well, you see, every time I try to go there in my mind,
Don't fall down.
I end up someplace else.
Okay.
Maybe if I try to draw it.
That's a good idea. Here, come here. Come with me.
Yeah.
Draw right here.
Okay.
There's a pen.
Yeah,
Okay.
now we're getting someplace. Is it hot in here?
Yeah. Just stay with me for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Just try to draw a map of the lab.
I will for you. Did I sign divorce papers?
Well, very impressive, Mother. And so convenient. Right underneath General Hospital. Well, I see at least your sense of irony is still intact.
Well, everything has not gone according to plan. Now, Stavros has been a bit of a disappointment. His resurrection has given him an annoying sense of immortality. And what's worse, he refuses to give up this dull fascination he has for Laura Spencer. You know, Stavros can be controlled. And perhaps we could find a more appealing position for you in the grand scheme of all of this.
Why would I want it?
It's what you've always wanted, to take Stavros's place. But the question is, what are you willing to do to make it all happen? Now, Stefan, you tell me, and then I'll tell you exactly how to do it.
Team of uniforms searched the house and the grounds. No sign of Stefan Castro.
Maybe you left something behind. What the hell?
Oh, it's about time.
Ellie, why don't you check around, see if you can find the keys to these shackles right there. In the meantime, you can tell me who the hell you are and what you're doing in there.
So you want to tell me what you're thinking? Okay, then I'll tell you. You think whatever's going on between Ned and Alexis in there is somehow your fault?
It is.
No, because that started long before you arrived.
I just never expected that it would be like this.
Well, what did you expect? Picnics on the lawn? Holding hands around a Thanksgiving turkey?
A little normalcy might be nice for a change.
Well, that's not going to happen. Especially where families are concerned.
Not even yours?
Well, least of all mine. But that's a whole other story.
You are just full of stories, aren't you?
At least two for every occasion. Some without endings, unfortunately. I gotta go.
Look, I'll be okay. I'll be fine. It's Alexis that I'm really worried about.
Well, as long as Alexis has you to lean on, she'll be fine.
Jax. Trust yourself. I know that you want to believe that Alexis and I are right about Stefan. But you're also afraid to admit that you might be wrong. You're also afraid that you might hurt the people that you care about and that you love. But when I looked into Stefan's eyes, I didn't see a man that you need to protect me from.
Well, time will tell. I'll see you.
I now realize that you running away and leaving me at the altar was actually symptomatic of something much deeper. You were telling me, in the only way you could, that I'd gotten as close as I was ever going to get.
I tried to tell you. I wanted to tell you. I didn't.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I can't give you a coherent explanation why, other than it was a painful part of my life.
Okay, I understand that, Alexis. But that part of your life is you. It defines you. It makes you the person that you are. And obviously, it taught you how to protect yourself from the rest of the world. And isolate. And it never allowed you to ever need anybody. And that's why you couldn't tell me about Christina. Because that would require you to open up and actually need me and trust me. And I get it. I understand. And I also understand that I've been chasing my own fantasy all this time. I mean, I may have had your heart, Alexis, but I never had you.
Let's go, Scoop. We've got a busy day ahead of us.
There's lots to keep your little guy busy with Bob the Builder and Electronic Talking Scoop. When they team up, they get a lot done.
Can we fix it? Yes, we can!
Bob the Builder and Scoop from Play School. I wish I could get as much done as they do.
I run 100-mile marathons. I wasn't always in this shape. After my son was born, I needed to lose weight. I lost 44 pounds on the Slim Fast plan. That was 9 years ago. And I've used Slim Fast ever since. I drink it every day. I love it. I started training and kept Slim Fast as part of my healthy diet. Food is fuel for me. Slim Fast is balanced. It has the vitamins I need, the nutrients, and calcium for my bones. Slim Fast helps keep me in top form.
Slim Fast every day. Get healthy.
It's Sears Portrait Studio's best sale of the year.
Yeah!
Whoa! I am looking good. Portraits are only $4.99 a sheet. Choose the poses you like. It's Sears Portrait Studio's best sale of the year. Hurry in.
Fragrance of lemons. Now captured in a bottle of Dawn. Citrus Burst. Just one of 3 new Fresh Escape scents from Dawn.
When we play a game together, I probably won't say, "Thank you for empowering me." Empowering? I'll just laugh out loud when you land on boardwalk. I might not say, "Thanks for believing in my limitless potential." I'll just smile at you as I become a doctor, a teacher, or a policeman. I may not come right out and say it, but you'll know.
Parker Brothers and Milton Bradley invite you to make family game night a family tradition. Everybody who plays wins.
Mom, Dad, thanks for playing.
ABC Sports is proud to present the skating event of the year. 4 decades of America's champions come together to pay tribute to the 1961 U.S. World Figure Skating Team. Hi, I'm Peggy Fleming. Please join us for this ABC Sports special event Sunday at 2 Eastern, 3 Pacific.
Her lies are necessary because her life
I am holding plutonium here.
is top secret. Alias, Sunday night 8 Central on ABC.
Luke, Felicia told me that you had blueprints of General Hospital right before you disappeared. Do you think that it's possible that it could be somewhere at GH?
There was a frozen man who walked a frozen mile. All up and down, around and around, he had a frozen smile.
What is that? Some kind of a clue? Is that about Stavros, Luke? It sounds like a nursery rhyme or something. Oh my God, it's not the children's ward, is it? Luke?
I don't know. I have these bugs or something crawling through my head right now. They can't get out and they're chewing. It's so loud.
Luke, it's okay.
I can't This is a start, right?
Think of it, Stefan. Nicholas at your side. Everything. Anything you've ever desired at your fingertips.
Everything except the woman I loved. Do you really think a few empty promises can redeem you? Can erase the hatred I feel for you?
You never were much for forgiveness.
Trouble, madam?
How long does it take to open a lock?
This guy must have a lot of locks. So far, I can't find the right key.
Well, try paying attention to what you're doing.
Whoa. Easy there, big guy. So you say you're a business associate of Stefan Cassadon's?
Yes. We had a meeting, I showed up, and he attacks me without provocation.
He didn't say anything?
No, actually, he mumbled the whole time. Something about not letting them get him, and then I found myself stuck in that trunk. While I am young, officer.
Feels like I got it.
Ankles. The ankles.
I figured you'd remind me. No, I think it's a different key.
Brilliant. Just brilliant.
I don't think I'm the guy you want to annoy at the moment.
Capelli. So, are you aware that Stefan Cassadon is a fugitive?
No, I wasn't. That makes sense. I thought he had a nervous breakdown.
Well, it's been all over the news. I would have thought you would have heard about it by now.
I've been out of town. This meeting was set up months ago. Thank you, officer. Thank you so much. I will be sure that you are recommended for a promotion.
Yeah, right. I'll give you a call. We'll get the families together.
Yes, of course.
No, easy there, Sparky. I mean, this meeting is far from over.
You don't understand, Ned, what's going on.
How could I? You won't allow it.
Among other things, I lost Christina when she was a baby. I thought it was my fault. I blamed myself. I had all this guilt that I couldn't have repressed it.
But then something helped you jog your memory.
It was the necklace that Helena was auctioning off. There were two parts to it, and I had the other one.
So it did have something to do with the necklace.
It did. It just flooded everything back to me. And I know I didn't act appropriately, but I didn't know how because I was overwhelmed and I was too confused and too afraid to tell anyone.
But Jax knew.
Jax is the one that found Christina and brought her to me. I didn't tell him, she did.
Who else knows?
Sonny.
You know,
This is an ABC News special report.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Peter Jennings at ABC News headquarters, and this is John Ashcraft, the Attorney General. We haven't picked up his sound yet, but here it is.
About a tragic loss the Department of Justice family suffered last night. An assistant United States attorney in the Western District of Washington, Tom Wales, was shot and killed last night. Tom had worked for the U.S. Attorney's Office in Seattle for the last 18 years. At this time, the case is being investigated. We have no knowledge of motive or any further details. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Tom's family and to the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Western District of Washington. I have several announcements to make today regarding the continuing efforts of the Department of Justice to ensure the safety and security of Americans in the light of the continuing terrorist threat. First, a federal grand jury in Phoenix, Arizona returned yesterday and unsealed today a 2-count indictment against a Tempe man, Faisal Michael al-Salmi, for giving false statements to the FBI in connection with our investigation into the terrorist attacks on September the 11th. Mr. al-Salmi is in federal custody in New York and will be returned to Arizona to face charges. This indictment serves as a reminder that the Department of Justice will bring the full weight of the law upon those who attempt to impede or hinder this investigation. Lying or attempting to conceal information from federal investigators will not be tolerated. We will spare no legal means to identify, locate, and incapacitate terrorists and those who aid and abet them in their criminal activity. Second, the United States Attorney's Office in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania filed a motion yesterday charging Argenbright Holdings, also known as Securicor, with violation of the terms of a sentence that company received less than a year ago for an astonishing pattern of crimes that could have directly jeopardized public safety. The motion concludes that Argenbright Holdings continues to violate laws that protect the safety of Americans who travel by commercial airlines. The Department of Justice investigation reveals that Argenbright Holdings has committed new Federal Aviation Administration regulatory violations at 13 airports throughout the United States, including Washington, both Dulles International and Reagan National, Boston, Logan International, New York, LaGuardia, Los Angeles, Trenton, Detroit, Phoenix, Las Vegas, Columbus, Dallas-Fort Worth, Seattle, and Cedar Rapids. Our investigation shows Argenbright Holdings has hired pre-departure screeners who have disqualifying criminal convictions, including convictions for theft, burglary, and illegal drug possession, and that Argenbright Holdings made false statements about its employees' backgrounds. Now, members of the Justice Department have conferred with the Inspector General of the Department of Transportation and with authorities at the Federal Aviation Administration. The Inspector General is conducting an assessment of procedures and practices and operations and personnel at other airports other than at the Philadelphia airport. In the event of non-compliance, we will prosecute aggressively to secure the safety of the public. Americans who pass through our nation's airports and who travel on our nation's airlines must and will be protected. Security companies at our airports will be held accountable for their actions. The Justice Department will enforce the law fully and vigorously to protect Americans. Finally, I want today to commend the United States Senate for passing the administration's anti-terrorism bill with overwhelming support, 96-1, to give law enforcement the additional anti-terrorism tools we need, to give us additional tools, the tools we need to deter and disrupt terrorism. The House of Representatives should act today as well. Congress needs to send a message to terrorists that they will find no safe haven in America. Again, our anti-terrorism task forces need tough new laws now to defeat terrorists. I ask the congressional leadership to send the president a bill to sign right away. I can say with enthusiasm that they should not delay. We need these anti-terrorism tools now. While the Department of Justice's actions represent the government's ongoing efforts to protect the public, Americans must be mindful of the threat of additional terrorist acts and be mindful of the fact that such a threat is real. The alert issued yesterday by the FBI should promote caution, not incite alarm. All possible measures are being taken to detect and prevent future attacks, to both incapacitate and deter would-be terrorists. Americans can assist in this effort by going about their lives with a heightened sense of vigilance and a renewed sense of responsibility for their neighbors, coworkers, and communities. Each of us is affected by the threat of terror. It's a threat that continues to darken our country, but we can brighten our opportunities by being more aware, more alert, and we can mitigate the threat by cooperating and working well together. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Two questions. First, Mr. Al-Salmi from Arizona. What did he lie about? What is his connection to the case? And secondly, there are reports today that there may have been some trucks stolen around the nation. I'm curious if there are any warnings that have gone to law enforcement, whether you consider this a serious threat.
I'm not prepared to make remarks about the charges against Mr. Salmi that are outside the nature of the complaint that's been filed against him. Secondly, we're always concerned about unaccounted for trucks. Stolen trucks, obviously, would be a matter of concern to us, but we have not, to my knowledge, made a special notation in terms of informing law enforcement.
That one of the hijackers was located near where the anthrax was found in Florida, that one of the hijackers might have been at a drugstore with red hands and that type of thing. Can you tell us whether there has been any connection made between the anthrax cases down in Florida and the hijackers?
We have not been able to develop information which would allow us to draw a conclusion about a connection between the anthrax cases in Florida, meaning the one setting where 3 or 4 anthrax-related situations have existed, either that case in Florida or the case which was mentioned earlier today in New York. We have established separate criminal investigations, but we are promoting communication between them so that in the event that we see similarities or other indicia that indicates that there perhaps is, in fact, a relationship, that would be understood by the operations and the investigations.
Attorney General, you and the President keep saying that we should go about our normal lives, but when you give warnings that say anyone with a cut on their hand or a lesion on their hand should call their doctor, how...
I don't think anyone, if you'll just pardon me, I don't think we've said that. I think I was with the Secretary of Health and Human Services when he said anyone with a lesion that had certain characteristics of redness, that was dark in the middle, and they had reason to suspect. That's a different thing. I mean, if your skin is as fragile as mine, I can't put a trowel in the garden without drawing blood, and it's not that kind of situation.
Explain that a little bit more, because of course the second part of my question is, how do you keep people from panicking over every little cut?
Well, frankly, we want people to do what they can do. And people want to do what they can do, and they need to know what to do. And one of our challenges is, didn't know why I brought this poster with me, but for instance, this is a little poster that's been put out by the FBI. It was put out over a year ago, I believe, sometime in the year 2000, regarding mail, which may appear suspicious. These are the ways to sort of evaluate the mail. And today, when we were at the department with Secretary Thompson, we had the officials from the Postal Service to talk about things you should do if you have mail that arouses in you a sense of suspicion. Look for a return address. If it's not familiar to you, try calling the people at the return address, try finding out whether it is really anticipated mail or gratuitously appears. And then there are items of advice. I don't want to go back through sort of the litany of things that can be done, but I want to say this, that we have to learn to be both more alert and to continue with our lives at the same time. We're doing that as it relates to air transportation. We are going to be more alert to security at the airports, but we're not going to cease to fly. We're going to be more alert in a variety of aspects of our existence, but we're not going to cease to live. We are going to, and it'll take some adjustment in that respect. We're going to be more alert to the way in which we look at mail. I'm sure that's the case, but we're not going to cease to use or operate using the mails. Yeah, sure.
Have you gotten any evidence or intelligence since yesterday's warning that would indicate the likelihood of further attacks over the next several days?
I'm not going to comment on the kinds of intelligence we get. I don't think it's productive for me to try and get into assessments of that. When we feel that information that we receive is sufficiently credible and valuable to the American public, we'll provide as much advice as we can, particularly to the law enforcement agencies and to the security agencies. We do have the NLET system, which is an immediate notification to 18,000 law enforcement agencies in the country, and we have a special system known as ANSWER, which is our connection with about 40,000 corporate security organizations. And we think sharing information is important, but we also are very careful about sharing things unnecessarily or sharing intelligence.
The Attorney General, John Ashcroft, bringing us up to date in his, he's appeared a couple of times now today and saying again that a general alert for possibility of terrorist activity is still in existence. They never want to discuss intelligence itself. But a very good question from one reporter there: how can the country get on about its life when there are these various causes for alarm and certainly a good deal of anxiety in the country, including the report here in New York City today of another exposure to anthrax. But primarily, the Attorney General there talks about the indictment of one individual in the investigation of the events of September the 11th. They brought suit against a company which they find is simply not offering satisfying security at a number of the nation's airports, both large and small, and complimenting the Senate for passing the anti-terrorist bill, which enlarges the powers of the Justice Department, and putting some pressure on the House of Representatives to get on with it as well and get a bill to President Bush which he can sign. 96-1 it was in the Senate in favor of expanding the Justice Department's powers. And I think for the moment that is about it. We'll keep you up to date all the time. There's a lot of information at abcnews.com, and we will review the day in full, if we can, during World News Tonight. I'm Peter Jennings. Thanks for joining us.
For continuing coverage of this story, stay with ABC News and abcnews.com on the web. This has been a special report from ABC News.
Tonight, don't miss Miss Steven Weber's heart-stopping return as Judy's unforgettable flame. Tonight on Once and Again at 10.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Roz Abrams. It is 3:58, and coming up on Eyewitness News at 5 o'clock, a worker at Rockefeller Center tests positive for anthrax. We will have the very latest on this scare. Also, violent protests flare up in Pakistan. Those stories and more at 5. Be sure to join us then.
Folks, in these uncertain times, there's one thing you can always count on. Jeopardy will be here for you with a little all-American fun. Jeopardy, tonight at 7 on ABC 7.
From Nicholas Sparks, #1 best-selling author of The Rescue, comes a bittersweet novel of second chances, A Bend in the Road. Love is what saves you from life's darkest turns. A Bend in the Road by Nicholas Sparks.
I just don't want to. I think a lot of kids smoke pot. I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't. Why do I have to be so different? Different. Maybe we're not as different as we think.
Wow. Hey, Tim Twardzik here. Ever taste a pierogi?
No, but I saw something like this in Roswell.
Imagine your favorite foods, pasta, potatoes, and cheese, wrapped together in one perfect mouthful. They'd like these. Whoop-de-doo! There they go. Mrs. T's Pierogies. We've got happy food down to a T.
Feel the power of laughter on the next Diambla. Since the tragedy of September